Thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, Deshaun. Good morning, love. I'm headed to work. Y'all, I didn't forget about y'all last night. I was so tired. I was so tired. Oh, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Hey, lovely love. Hey, beautiful. Now, y'all know every morning. Hey, Empress Lisa. Hey, Prima Wanda. Y'all know I give y'all motivation every morning on my. I need some love and some prayers today. Miss, I ain't asking for nothing else, but I need some love and prayers today. So last night, y'all know I went to the job, right? Very, very nice seniors home. And in the seniors home, they have their own restaurant. Honey, you can't get no better than that when you live in a beautiful senior citizens place and you got your own restaurant, top of line. And I've been in some kitchens. You know how people tell the stories and they talk about what goes on in the back room in the kitchen, and a lot of the workers talk about how nasty it is, how they don't clean it. None of that. It was none of that. Good morning, A. Rice. Good morning, Prima Wanda, lovely love, Empress Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, cloud people. Good morning, people. Everybody, good morning. God bless you guys this morning on this Saturday morning. So, I had to wait for a little bit. Hey, Design, in Jesus' name, amen. Come on now, in Jesus' name, amen. I waited because they had to tell me what to do and everything, and I said, okay. So he says, hey, good morning, Alana. So, one of the head cooks, he said, well, I don't know if you understand the position. I guess he figured the way I said, I know, yeah, I'm going to be washing dishes. So he was like, oh, okay, because I told them to send me a dishwasher. I said, I'm thinking I'm really going to be washing dishes. No, we have to put the dishes in a tray, and the tray goes in the huge dishwasher. If the pots or pans or something don't get clean, then you have to scrub the little excess food off of it and then run it back through. So that's what you got to do. So, hey, Tracy's World. So the young lady that was teaching me the ropes, showing me what to do, she was really young. She had to be maybe 22, 23. She was under 25. She was really young. Really sweet girl. Really, really sweet girl. And she was telling me about her family, and she was telling me about, yeah, you never know. Let me tell you something. You never know what a person is going through when you work with them, when you going to the store, when you're doing your business. You never know what someone's going through. This young lady was so sweet, told me everything to do. She even said, Gina, when you if you want to switch positions, she said you can switch positions and I'll wash the dishes and you and you can put them up. But I didn't put them up because I didn't know where anything goes, because it was my first time. So the boss said Gina gets the dishwashing side and told her to just put them up. I was okay with that. I didn't have a problem. She's telling me about her family. She had just came from out of town visiting her brother and her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law has 2 kids, and she was telling me about the hard times her brother and them went through. They found each other and 2 beautiful children they had, and then she got to the part where she was talking about her parents, and she spoke highly. She spoke highly of her father. You don't hear that. You don't hear that often. She spoke very highly of, she says, my father is a good man. She said, my father is awesome, is amazing. She talked about how he took care of the home, how he took care of them, and how when he got sick, it was tough on him, and he lost everything, and all the money in his 401k was all spent up, and he didn't have much. And now it was her turn to help him out. And I said, well, what about your mom? And she was like, oh, her. She says, my mom is nothing. She says, my mom is garbage. See this? Remember I told you how some people, some of us got ain't shit ass women? Everybody was getting mad and getting upset because of the things that Tommy was saying, but you have not heard the story. I'm talking about, I just got here. Who are we talking about? We're talking about me. We're talking about Miss Gina. We're talking about my yesterday, and we're talking about what happened at my job, and we're talking about some of the employees that I met at my job. So that's what we talk. This has nothing to do with YouTube. It has nothing to do with content creators. It has nothing to do with subscribers. This is about Miss Gina and what happened at Miss Gina's job last night. So back to my dishwashing coworker. So she was basically telling me that her mom was a terrible mom. Her mom was so disrespectful. She says her mom talks about everybody. She says my mom talks about, because she's white. She was white. She says my mom talks about, she says she's a selective racist. That's what she said her mom was. A selective racist. Her mother did not care for Mexicans. Her mother did not care for her mother did not care for blacks, but her mother hated Mexicans and hated Indians. That's how she put it. Let me not put it nicely. I'm gonna put it the way she put it. She says, my mother is a selective racist. I said, oh my. She says her mother never been born. She says my mom does not. She does not. She says I work hard. And she talked about the other positions that she had. She talked about the things that she went through. There was one job that she had, the guy was stalking her. And she kept asking the job and them, can you tell this guy to leave me alone? She said she even asked them, could they put her on a different, a schedule, a different time than him. And they told her no. And she said that this guy basically was making sexual, innuendos at her, and she hated it. So she quit that job, and they asked her to come to do this job at the kitchen. So now she's giving me the heads up, now to the point that, now that disappointed me, but now to the point that almost made me break down in that kitchen last night. She says, okay, she says, it's smooth now, we got some downtime. She says, during the downtime, you sweep. You sweep the floor, you wipe things down. That's what you do in your downtime. I said, okay. She showed me where the brooms were, the mops were, and everything. We got the brooms, we got the mop in the kitchen and sweeping in our downtime. Please thumbs up this video. We got 40 people in the house and only 18 thumbs up. Come on, I'm sharing some stuff with you guys. So she says to me, thank you. Somebody in the bushes or somebody in the clouds gave me a cash app this morning. Thank you. I appreciate you. So we had downtime and we cleaning up and everything. So she says to me, she's talking to me, and she says to me, now there's gonna be food that we're gonna throw away. But I wasn't, when she said there were gonna be food that we're gonna throw away, I'm thinking in my head, oh, okay, it's, some people don't eat all the food on their plates. Some people don't eat all the food on their bowls. Sometimes it's a little bit leftover food in the pot. That's what I was thinking. What I was not prepared for last night, Cash App. Thank you. What I was not prepared for, honey, I could get some Dunkin' Donuts with that this morning. I was not prepared for the mounds upon mounds. Lovely, I'm glad you're here, baby. Lovely love. With all the food that we threw out, I'm talking about pans that hadn't even been touched. Do you hear me? Could have been wrapped up and given to the homeless, y'all. I was biting my tongue to keep from crying. I was biting my, it's almost making me tear up right now. We threw away pounds and pounds of very good cooked food. The pots were still hot, because they have to tell you when the pot's hot. They'll say, hot pot, hot pot. You know, so we don't pick the pots up with our hands and dump them. And y'all, I couldn't do it. It took me literally a good 10 minutes before I would dump the first big, huge pot of food. I was working around it. You understand what I'm saying? I was getting the glasses, the cups. I was raking out the plates. It took, y'all, I literally had 4 or 5 big pans. Y'all, we're talking about a restaurant. Nice, beautiful restaurant. Pans of food that I had to throw away. And this is what they said. I said, well, shoot, I'm getting hungry looking at all this food and everything. We could eat. You could eat some of the food. We could eat. We could drink for free. You can have whatever pop, not alcohol, but you can have whatever pop or soda that you want. You can eat whatever food that they have and everything. But no one said anything about if you could take the pots of food. But the manager wasn't there by the end of the but it hurted me so bad, you guys. My eyes was watering. She was like, yeah, the food gets hot, the steam, honey. My eyes wasn't getting watering from no food. My eyes was watering because I had to bite my tongue to keep crying, and because I was so upset about all the homeless people we have, people, mothers, children. I know, because I was one of them, in hotels where there were days we did not eat. Well, I didn't eat, and my children may have not eaten much sometimes, because you had to pick and choose, rather go get some food or pay this hotel bill. Go get some food, put gas in your car. And there are restaurants, you guys. This is a senior's home. This is a senior's home with a restaurant built in it, and they are throwing away mounds and mounds of, y'all, some of the pots of food were so big and heavy, I could not even lift it by myself. Do you understand me? And we had to literally dump off. I'm talking about, for breakfast, they had sausage and bacon. I threw away 2 pans of sausage and bacon that had not been touched. They made, I think for lunch, they made like hamburger helper, like the mac and cheese hamburger helper, entire pot. You know how it's covered in the plastic and they have to write the date and the time on it? It had stickers. Aretha, you don't even know, baby. You don't even know. I did not want to throw. I said I can't go back. It was so heartbreaking for me. It was so hard when this young lady said, yeah, you're going to throw away a lot of food. She said, wait till the dinner rush. Wait till the lunch and dinner. The lunch rush wasn't so bad, but the dinner rush was ridiculous. And honey, when everything shut down the end of the night, they were piling, literally. The hostess and the waiters and the waitresses, they were literally piling up pans on top of pans on top of pans on top of pots on top of pots on top of pots of food that had not been touched. I literally had to take off the plastic with the date and peel off the stickers off the pots that showed that food was still good, had been cooked, some of the pots were still hot. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Some of the pots and trays were still hot. And we had to throw all that food out. When I got off work, I was so upset. I sat in my car for a good 5 minutes before I pulled off crying. I was praying, please let them give this food to people in need. I was sitting there thinking in my head, oh my God, the things Lovely Love could do with this food. The meals that Lovely Love could have made with the bacon and the sausage and the eggs and the hash browns and the potatoes. Lovely would have mixed all that stuff together, and she would have made a burrito breakfast for the homeless. And you, Lovely, you could have fed hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. Wow, that's what I'm saying, Empress. That's what I was saying. They could have taken that and gave it to the shelters and things like that. I would have been sick. Oh my God. They don't make no, be talking about I will be waiting outside for it. Now, look, you couldn't because Lovely, they got big garbage bags, big industrial. If you know anything about those industrial garbage bags, those are bags for workers to put drywall and stuff in. Baby, they throw it all in there, so it's all mixed in together. It's not separated. So if they made grits and nobody ate the grits, the hamburger helper, you see how that works? Sorry, you guys, I'm going. It was just, it literally was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. It was so. I just can't fathom. I don't even want to think about
Select
it.
vehicle type. Swipe card. Remove card. Processing. Please wait.
Hey, Cassandra, love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, that sounds like this to my don't make no sense. How these companies rather put the food in a dumpster than get, yes, Lovely. They rather put the food in the dumpster. They rather throw it away than give this food and stuff to people that needs it. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Good morning, the Hood Table. How you doing, Tanya, love? Hey, good morning, Ra. It was heartbreaking. When I tell you I was so upset and bothered by it, I was more upset and bothered by that than the kids. It's a lot of young children that works there. I call them young children, babies, because they are my children's age. They're in their 20s. They're 17, 18, 22. A lot of young children that works there. And oh my God, the workplace, y'all. I have never worked in a place. Now, mind you, it was very sanitary. Good morning, Sonia, love. Good morning, Cassandra, baby. It was very clean. They're very clean, very organized. They got, they got all that down packed. I got to give it to them on that. But for it to be co-workers and that you work with in the workplace, honey, these kids got mouths like garbage mouths. They got, y'all know Miss Gina curse. Y'all know Miss Gina curse. I curse now, don't get me wrong. But I don't curse and act the fool at the workplace. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get belligerent. We don't do all of that at the workplace. Hi, Queen Naughty Styles. Michelle, I hate to waste food. It's horrible, Queen Naughty. It is. If you know how expensive food is, and if you work a hard job, work your butt, especially being a single mother, and when you gotta go and spend cash on groceries, and you see people throwing food away like that, oh, they should have respect for you, mama. Also, the young the young lady that I work with, she was very respectful. I think some of them assumed that I was younger. A lot of people don't. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than everybody else and none of that stuff, but I don't look like I'm turning 51. I don't look like I'm turning 51. And when I'm there and when you got on jeans, you know, I just had on black pants, a black t-shirt. You got your gym shoes on or your non-skid shoes on. You know, I got a hoodie and stuff. So they're not looking at that. I don't even think they even realize that I'm 50, about to be 51. But these kids, when I say honey, they was cursing. The guys making sexual remarks toward the young ladies. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh, honey, it's a haven. It's a haven for a sexual assault case. I'm just saying. That place of business and how it's conducted with those children's mouths and everything toward each other, and not just the guys toward the girls, but the women, the girls toward the guys too. Ain't no much different. Honey, they was doing it to each other. It is haven for a sexual abuse case. And it's not my job. I stay in my lane. You know, I stay in my lane, because when you start telling folks, I wanted to say, they take it in a negative way, and then they want to stop. I smiled, you guys. I smiled, and I did my job, which is what I was supposed to do. I smiled, and I did my job. I think we got out of there around 9:30. By the time I got home at 10 o'clock, you guys, I was so wore out. I was wore out with you lifting. You know, they got these big trays that you got to put all the cups in, the glasses in, the wine glasses in. And then I have never lifted a tray of silverware that was so heavy in all my life. And I didn't even break a nail, y'all. A nail didn't pop off. Look, I didn't break a nail or anything. I don't know how I didn't. Because that was a job. I literally got to take my hat off to the restaurant industry. I'm telling you, the people that, the next time you go to a restaurant, I promise you, you're going to want to tip the dishwasher, not the waitress, not the waitress. You're going to want to tip the people in the back. Do you hear me? Tip the dishwasher, tip the cleaners, the people that cleans up. Thank you, Aretha. Thank you, love. Yes, I did that job before as well, hon. And that's when I was only 105 pounds. Ooh, silly mommy. I know your back was broke every time you left the job. Because let's tell you something. My back was hurting. My feet, I stood up on my feet for 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. I didn't even get a break. You know why I didn't get a break? Because when the dinner rush came through, you didn't have time for a break, because they were stacking pots on top of pots, pans of food on top of pans of food. My hubby also used to do that as well. Tip, tip, tip. Look, let me tell you something. I always tip very well, but I always tip the waiter, the waitress, because she comes out, she gives you. I want to tip the dishwasher. The next time I go into a restaurant, I promise you, I'ma ask, can I tip the dishwasher? I want to tip the dishwasher. The person that washes them dishes got it worse than anybody up in there. Believe me. Please believe me. The person, honey, you getting soaking wet. The guy told me, he said, I hope those are not your best clothes. And I was saying to myself, well, no. And like I said, I think he was looking at because of my jacket and how I was dressed and my nails, that I don't know what type of job she thought this was. And no, I understood. I knew I was going to wash dishes and stuff, but I didn't know I was going to get wet out like I was. Honey, you taking a shower every day. The young lady that was helping me, She had to show me how to spray the pots down because, girl, the water was all in my face. Honey, I had a food bath. A food shower. Do you understand me? I had if you don't know this job, we help around all the, man, the people in the hotels, the people in the restaurant industry, period. If you are a dish, they have to wash thousands and hundreds of dishes every day. They did give us an apron. They gave us an apron and they showed me where to get another one. Empress, that apron don't do shit. That apron don't do shit. I'm telling you. When that water splashes on you, food is all, girl, honey, food getting in your hair. I had food in my hair. Honey, food is in places you ain't even know you had. Do you understand? Food is on your ears. Food goes down your shirt because it splashes. And then when they have the garbage disposal, the girl said, the young lady says, she says, Miss Gina, watch out because the garbage disposal will it'll splash back. It'll pop back on you. So when the garbage disposal pops back on you, sometimes when it's so much food in there, a lot of that food pops in your face. Close your mouth. She picked up a big bucket of slop. And this bucket is the bucket of pop shit that nobody drinks or finishes. And it's soupy, it's wet. They take these buckets and pick those buckets up and we have to dump them. So she picked the bucket up and y'all, some of the stuff splashed in her mouth. She said, oh shit, damn it. What happened? I'm thinking she dropped something. I'm thinking something broke or something. She said, no. She said, I got this slop and some of it got into, I will never walk alone. Amen. Amen. Come on now. My prayer came up. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. I know I'm not alone. So she says, that's how I found out what it, I said, slop? What you talking about, slop? She said, it's a bucket and containers that they pour all the leftover drinks in, the leftover soups in, and all that kind of stuff. And so she says, we have to dump it. And me and her, we had to lift the buckets together. We both felt, we looked like the same size. For a white girl, she was a little bit thicker than me. She was a little bit thicker than for Miss Gina for a white girl. So we had to lift the buckets and stuff up together. Y'all, again, all I can say is I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I just could, I wasn't expecting that. Let me just say that. I was not expecting that. I was even shocked when I got the dishwasher, when there was a dishwasher to put the dishes in. I've never seen a dishwasher like this in my life. It was unusual. It goes down on a conveyor belt and you put the tray in and it slides through and it's like a shower and the water is super duper 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 hot. And then some things you got to run it and it has its own soap. Me, I'm such a clean person and a tidy person. Every downtime I'm trying to wipe off the counter. They have whoever came up with that idea, that worked very well, the squeegee thing. But I just didn't expect, I did not expect. The kids was like, Mommy, you want me to run? I was too tired to bend over. This morning I got up, y'all. I didn't even want to get up. My back was hurting. My legs was hurting. When I tell you guys, I was hurting in places I ain't even know I could hurt. Damn me. Because you're moving, you're everything. There's no sitting down time. Ain't no chairs back there for you to sit and take a rest. I said to them, I said to the young lady, I don't work this hard at my first job and I get paid twice as much. Almost. I get paid twice. This job I'm going to now, I get paid twice as much as I'm getting paid at the one I worked last night. And that was when I tell you, The next time you go to a restaurant, I got a whole new respect for the kitchen staff. I'm not gonna lie, I've never ever worked at a restaurant before. I've worked in clothing stores. I've always did customer service for the most part. Miss Gina have always been that office person and everything else. I am not going to lie to you guys. I have an entire new respect for the kitchen industry. Yes, my wrist was always hurting so bad. I was, hell, I don't want to do this again. Let me stay doing Starbucks. Come on now. Girl, you know the housekeeping staff is hard. Oh, yes, I know. And look, let me tell you about that silly mommy. When I was looking for a job, and I was going, one of the girls at the hotel told me, well, we need housekeepers. And I said, what is the housekeeper? Like, what does the housekeeper do? I'm thinking the housekeeper, you just go in and you just, clean the beds. I mean, wipe stuff down, change the beds. Honey, that's another hard working job. You on a time limit. You on a time frame of how you have to clean them rooms down, how you have to turn them beds down, how the sheets and everything has to be done a particular way. Okay? These kind of jobs ain't jobs for if you want pretty nails. These kind of jobs, I'm just speaking the truth. These kind of kitchen job ain't that kind of job if you want to go to work looking cute. Like Miss Gina. Miss Gina like going to work, honey, y'all. I love going to work looking cute. I love coming to work, putting my makeup on. Y'all know Miss Gina likes to wear her jewelry. That working in the kitchen, that ain't that kind of job. I had to take my rings off and put them in my pocket. I had to, because they was getting so loose because my hands stayed in the water. I didn't want my rings to go down the drain or slip off in a dish or a pot or something. I had to take them off and put them in my pockets. I said to myself, let me tell you, by the first 30 minutes, Tracy said, I used to be a maid. Ooh, wow. I take my hat off to you, queen. By the first 30 minutes, y'all, it got real for the queen. By the first 30 minutes, it got real for the queen. That's a hard job, y'all. That's a hard job. And if you think you like it, you could stay there because they looking for somebody. I can't do it. That's a position I'm gonna have to turn down. And Miss Gina don't from hard work. I don't run it, but that job will be too stressful on me because throwing all of that food away alone every day, I'll be a nervous wreck. I'll be mad. I'll be angry. There was a reason you had to go through that. Prima Wanda, I think I want to help people and everything. Is God trying to tell me that there's a lot of people hungry? Is God trying to tell me to go talk to restaurants or something? Like what? I truly believe what you're saying. That it's a reason I had to go through that and see that it was heartbroken. You hear me? I was heartbroken. Seeing how these children, my son is about to go get a job. Remember I told y'all Ben need a job. I don't want Ben working in a restaurant. I changed my mind. Remember I was sorry y'all about the buffering. We going through another snowstorm. But yeah, I would rather for Benjamin to work at the Jewels. Go get the carts. You know, the cart boy, all he do all day is go get the carts from outside and bring. That's what I want Benjamin to do. I don't think I want him working in a restaurant or in that industry. I just, especially after seeing with a bunch of these, no wonder these teenagers get into fights. No wonder we saw all the teenagers fighting and acting a fool at the Popeyes. It ain't had shit to do with the goddamn chicken. It had everything to do with there are so many young people with so many different personalities that these children, because that's what they are, these children don't give a damn what they say out of their mouths. They just don't. They don't care. I got my eyes. Yeah, a cashier. This is something to give food away. Yeah, I know because they were talking about. I heard this years ago that they were talking about people getting sick and food allergies and stuff like that. But let me tell you where they made the exception. And I'm going to tell you, and this I know for sure. It's not against the law for them to give it to food pantries and stuff. Because our food pantry out here, do you know they give us food from the Italian restaurants? They give us food from the pizza places and stuff. Literally, they will have boxes of food, and they'll say it's frozen. This frozen soup came from Maggiano's or whatever it is. They give that food to the food pantries. They give it to them. So, for some reason, it's a certain exception where they can give food too. And I'm thinking maybe they can give it to the nonprofit food pantries or food banks. Because if you've ever went there, I'm pretty sure you've seen where they've had sandwiches and different stuff that had the names. I've seen Portillo's out where I stay. I told you we get good stuff. They've had sandwiches and different stuff wrapped up that came from Portillo's. All of these food places, Italian restaurants, pizza places, and different stuff. The restaurants donate that food to the food pantries and the food banks, and in return, they give it to us. So all of that food that was wasted last night could have went to Loaves and Fishes. It could have went to People Resources. It could have went somewhere. Miss Gina, you have that business now. Go to these places and ask for the food. Rod, you're right. Maybe that is the reason why, like Prima Wanda said, that I was sent to go there. Because it had to have been a reason. Because I'm like, these places, so many people could use that food. So many people. All we would have to do, y'all, is bag it up. Bag the trays, get the styrofoam trays, get the styrofoam cups, and bag it up. And yes, that's a good idea, Ra. Sonia, you're right. Amazing idea. Y'all, it broke my heart. I'm telling you, it broke my heart. I was so stressed out all night. I couldn't even go live. Remember I told you guys, I said, y'all, we gonna still have the party when I get off work. Because I'm thinking, I'm going to come home, share my story with you guys about what happened at work. I would have been crying. I cried all the way home. And the job is 30 minutes. I cried all the way home. I was so upset. When I walked through the door, the kids was like, "What's wrong, Ma?" Took one look at me and knew something was wrong. I said, "I'm just tired." I'm just tired. You knew it, Prima Wanda. I didn't know. I'm thinking, I'm going to be fine. I was so tired, y'all. The situation of everything that happened, it upsetted me so bad. It upsetted me. You know, at Wrigley Field, but in the private section, you know they throw all the food away. And I can believe it. So much food goes to waste. So much food goes to waste. Was waiting for you. Said she probably sleep. Yep. And look, Angel cooked last night. Angel cooked dinner last night. I didn't even know she cooked. She made pork chops. She made broccoli and rice. She made broccoli. She made a whole full dinner for everybody. Y'all, I didn't even get a plate because I was asleep. Angel had bought me and asked me, did I want something to eat? I'm taking my dinner to work with me right now for my lunch. I'm taking it to work with me right now for my lunch. And you know what? Probably if I was woke, because I didn't remember falling asleep after I got out that tub. After I got out that tub, I was out like a light. I probably wouldn't have been able to eat anything because with all the food and everything that had got wasted, I wouldn't even want to waste any food in my house. I wouldn't even want to waste any food in my house. it gave me a whole nother respect. You know how when the kids don't eat all their food, or you don't eat all your food, and then eventually you wind up throwing it away? Oh no, that ain't happening no more. That ain't happening no more. I'm giving just enough. I'ma tell my kid I'm cooking, and I used to always do that anyway. I would cook just enough, and the kids say, "Why you ain't make seconds? We want some more." I'm like, "Cause I ain't want y'all wasting it." But now, oh, I'ma really be on it. Now, I'm going to really be on it. I was waiting, so I did live streams. Did you, Tracy? I just, man, look. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I could not do it. I'm just like this. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. My parents didn't play that. Mine's neither. My parents didn't. Look, my mother used to say, "You better go back and eat that damn food," and make you sit at the table. Let me tell you what I didn't like. I hated, to this day, to this very day, these content creators needs to talk about this. Thank you, Ra. I told you guys, I like to bring you guys everyday life. I like, hey, SD, how you, oh, welcome, girl, where you come from? You done rolled out the bushes and came for a visit? I like to talk about everyday life. And I think more content creators should talk about everyday life, because you don't know, or they don't understand the things that people go through, the things that people see. I'm talking about my mother. Like I said, to this day, I can't stand liver. I hate liver, and I hate beets. My mother used to make liver and beets at least twice a month. I've walked out of jobs I didn't feel you, Tracy. My mother used to make us eat liver and beets, and when we didn't eat it, I would be the only one, because my sisters in them, they would finish off their food and they would be done. Ooh, Prima Wanda, scream it again, shout it again. I hate. My son said, "Ma, you gonna get some chicken livers?" I said, "Not no, Jesus Christ." See, these people. Jerry got his car back. He must have got it out of the snow. I just made it to work, you guys. I love you guys. I will see you guys after work. I will talk to you guys. It's ta-ta for now. I love you. We'll finish this conversation.